Continuing with the sociological function, so our argument was that um, society often determines the contours of the religion, the way it actually works, more than the precepts of the religion, and this helps explain why Christianity looks so very different from Russia to West Africa to Bolivia to the United States, and even within the United States, we have the same Bible, but often very, very different ways of practicing those religions. And Durkheim would say, well, that's just your society determining what the religion is going to look like, because any society's true God is always a society itself. Any society, this is back to this idea that the social structure, the institution exists to keep itself alive. So the point of any structure in that society is to maintain its own power and authority. But that's Durkheim. You don't necessarily have to always buy what he's selling. Although he is, it is very influential. Australian religion, Dreamtime. Australian religion believes that there's a dream time, the time before time, when all was created, when it sort of still exists when we dream. But every physical manifestation of nature, when you wake up and you see things and you touch things and you smell things, that's all just reflecting dream time. It's a very Platonic idea, if you remember that, that idea. So ancient songs are maps back to Dreamtime. When we sing these songs that our ancestors sang, these people who are now dead, who are now existing completely in Dreamtime, as our future family members are also there in the Dreamtime with the ancestors. When we sing the songs that they taught us, they are showing us maps back to Dreamtime. The maps of the contours of the surface of the planet, which are again sort of a reflection of the Dreamtime. And then we have these regular large events. This is Australian Aborigines. Have these moments of collective effervescence, again, a Durkheimian turn. Oh goodness, I'm going to pause this because I haven't got my film clip up anymore. Goodness, I had this for the longest time and then I lost it. Hold on. Okay, I just took like a couple minutes there and called up the video again. Okay, so we're having collective effervescence. This is the feeling of electricity that comes from being in a large group of like-minded people. And if you've ever been to a concert or a festival or a massive sort of prayer or praise rally, a really moving Bible church service, a really, really awesome rock concert, whatever that you do with other people who all love the same Japanese pop group that you love, when you go there and you see it in person, and you feel the rhythm sort of pounding through your body and everyone is vibing together, that is collective effervescence. It's like you're all bubbling up inside as one. A feeling of electricity. It's almost like electricity passing through your body, being in a large group of like-minded people. Enlightenment, lightness, ecstasy, or being outside yourself. It's almost like taking drugs, but you don't necessarily have to be on drugs. A lot of people, at raves are on drugs, but a lot of people aren't, right? Because they get this high just from the music and the experience. And then when we have memories of those experiences after we went through them, and then we're thinking about them, we remember them, we have these communal bonds for years afterwards. Years you remember those moments. And you have responsibility. You support and you help one another. You say, hey, remember when we were there? Oh yeah, you're my brother. I got to help you out, right? So it continues to provide closeness long after it's over. So even non-religious events like raves or political rallies, if you think of a Trump rally, or some other sort of political event that you've been to where you've seen the actual person in the flesh, and you get sort of a electricity passing through your body. I can't believe I was there and I saw it, right? That it has the same result. It's a very religious experience. Here's a clip from American Juggalo, which if you want to watch it, it's there on Vimeo. Here we go.
My name is Maniac. First year of gathering. That's so sad.
Tell us about yourself.
About myself, I'm a happy motherfucker. Living life day to day, doing my thing.
What's Maniac all about?
Maniac. Being happy, doing fucking shit that she loves to do. Being crazy, making family, being happy. Yeah, most people think I'm on drugs because I'm always happy.
Are you on drugs?
No, I'm not. I'm high on life. My voice is gone because I've been screaming so much. So much fun times here and family love.
What do you love about all this?
Oh, are you serious? Oh man, what I love to think about this is it's a puzzle, and each of every one of us is an individual piece that puts a big picture. And once we're all together, it puts a big picture. Lets us to see the big picture. Yeah. I'll tell you what a juggalo and a juggalette is someone who's down with the clown until they're dead in the ground. That's what's up.
That actually really burns, I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Bring it back here. Yeah, so that's American Juggalo. These are fans of Insane Clown Posse, the sort of the rock rap group, and they get these gatherings. The Juggalos, who are the fans, they go to usually a secluded space somewhere in Kentucky or Illinois or Ohio, somewhere in the Midwest that's accessible, and they have these 3 or 4 days of listening to the music. Sometimes they have speakers, but it's a time of collective effervescence, and you can see from that one woman, she's not taking drugs, but she acts like she is because she's so taken up with the collective effervescence of being around people who love the same things that she does and thus love her, and she loves them back. You watch the film; it's just incredible. So much positive emotion coming out. Everyone is just so committed to one another in really beautiful ways. It's an amazing film. Although it does have a lot of nudity, and the language, as you recognize, is pretty gritty. Okay, so finally, the pedagogical function. Religions help turn children into adults. The shift from childhood to adolescence involves initiation rituals. Think of learning how to drive, or being for going to high school or graduating from high school. All of these initiations. Sometimes these are formalized and involve 3 phases. So you have separation, liminality, and incorporation. So number 1, you have to be separated out from your former status. A lot of times, if you're familiar with Jewish traditions, there's a bat mitzvah for women, for girls, and a bar mitzvah for boys, and they at the age, somewhere around the age of 13, they pass through this. So you're separating out from your child status, where you didn't have any responsibilities, religious responsibilities, and now you're becoming an adult, and you're subject to the law, to the religious rules and responsibilities. So there's separation, removal from childhood. Sometimes this involves death or removal in many different traditions. For military initiations, which are very similar, this usually involves a bus ride and a haircut. So you sign on the line, and then they say, okay, boot camp starts in 2 weeks or next month or whatever, and then you get on the bus and you ride to the military base, and you get a haircut, and you get a set of clothing, and you get a bunk, and then you've got, what is it, like 5 weeks, 6 weeks or something like that, where you are liminal, okay? So liminality, this existence betwixt and between, with lots of ambiguity and disorientation. You're no longer what you used to be, but you're also not a full member of where you're headed. There's little that's familiar, but all the members of the cohort are experiencing the same thing. For military initiations, which we are familiar with, this involves boot camp. So people in boot camp are not actually in the military yet. They have to graduate from that to join the military, but they're no longer ordinary civilians either. They're sort of in this liminal phase, and are betwixt and between. They belong neither here in the army yet, but they're no longer just your ordinary civilian out there in everyday life. You're in between, and either you're going to get kicked back into it, or you'll be accepted into the army. 10 minutes. Let's come back to this.